on, guys? Alex with ALifeWithCars here, back with one of my favorite episodes I think I'm ever gonna make. This is a story about how I have finally picked up one of my absolute dream cars. Today we're gonna talk about this 2003 Chevy Corvette Z06. I went down to Nashville with my dad, which I'll place a little clip right here, and we had an awesome father and son trip down to Nashville from Illinois to pick up one of America's greatest sports cars. Well, guys, it's official. I'm a Corvette owner. Now it's time for new balances and a life insurance policy. We'll get back with you once we get back into Illinois. Right now we're driving through the hills of Tennessee. This thing is absolutely mint though. 21,000 miles, like brand new, 2003 50th anniversary Z06 in yellow and black. I am literally in love. All right, guys, we're back in Illinois. It's been about a 250 mile drive so far. This thing is freaking awesome. I do not know why I never even considered buying a Corvette before this. Just crossed over 22,000 miles back in Kentucky, and beautiful ride so far and clear skies. I'm following my pops. Appreciate him again for taking me out here. Otherwise, I would have had to Uber out to Tennessee. So. This car had 22,000 miles on it when I got it, and I have mercilessly driven this thing to where it almost has 24,000 miles on it. I've only had it a month. I wanted to actually drive it for, at least 3 weeks to a month, just so I could really let you guys know how I feel about it, because I come from the world of BMWs and Honda cars, Mercedes cars, things like that, and this is a totally different animal. This is everything I wanted my S2000 to be and more. So without further ado, here's the new Z06 to the channel. So here it is. This thing is absolutely mint. Some of the Corvette owners out there would absolutely cry if they saw what I did to this thing. Literally lived in its life in a garage, babied, perfect, and until I bought it, there wasn't a single rock chip on the car, scratch on the car, anything. This is supposed to be a chrome wheel, as you can tell. Brake dust galore. I mean, we're talking heavy brake dust. We've gone on some fun spirited drives. So just give you a little bit of a walk around. And again, I mean, I've made this thing nice and dirty for you guys. We're gonna clean it up today. But super, super clean car. Absolutely love it. Yeah, we're gonna take it down the road today and we're gonna talk about it. Without further ado, we're gonna get on the road and go. You've made it when you got your future wife cleaning your Corvette. She got her all cleaned up. Let's go and make it dirty again. Gotta love that sound of America. Now, as you guys just saw, that's been months ago. And where have I been? What have I been doing? Right after I took the video of us actually grabbing the car and coming back with it, I actually got married. honeymoon, and then a lot of things in life just creep up on you. So this isn't my run a company called Water Sweet Soap Company, and we manufacture super high-end, all oil-based, preservative-free bath and body products. Even a lot of awesome stuff, like I said, for us guys. I do highly recommend the shave bar if you're shaving your head like me. We have awesome beard oil, which I also use. A full men's body bar line, including our Grease Monkey line, which gets oil off of your skin. It's unbelievable after working on a car. So check us out. Right now we just ship inside the continental United States. We're a business of 9 years, and like I said, we manufacture everything ourselves right here in Illinois. So if you guys have any interest in that, I'm going to leave a link below in the description. And if you use code SENDIT, all one word, I'll put it across the screen here, you can get 10% off and free shipping on qualifying orders. So that's what I do. You know, I wish I could do cars constantly. I just can't accomplish it all. So I actually have to have a job to keep a cool car like this. Yeah. So I just wanted to share my experience owning this thing, dude. It's been absolutely awesome. This thing's totally bone stock, by the way. Some of the most fun I've ever had in a car, you know. Really reminds me of the way it turns in and just the beautiful feel of this car with its super wide, sticky front tires and just getting onto the interstate. It's unbelievable. It's everything that I wanted in my S2000 plus a V8. You know, you can't beat the V8. The car now has 30,000 miles on it, so you guys know I have driven the absolute hell out of this thing. I haven't done any videos. Like I said, I almost feel guilty not sharing it with you guys, but it has been so much fun. I've just been driving it. But yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel and you just came to the new Corvette content because you were searching Corvettes and you found my channel, I do a lot of other fun videos with a lot of the cars I've messed around with. One of our most wildly popular videos is the Hemi Bug video. If you scroll down, you'll see it's the only video on the channel with 2 million plus views. Check that thing out. I put a lot of time into making that little mini documentary, and that car is awesome. Definitely like, subscribe. I really appreciate anybody who sticks around with us. And back to the Corvette. This thing has been absolutely awesome. One thing that I absolutely loved about this car's story is his wife actually got it for him for his birthday, but he loved this car but had to let it go. This car was absolutely immaculate. It still honestly is. The paint is virtually flawless. This car was impeccably maintained, always garage kept. He told me as I was leaving, unfortunately it rained the day that we actually picked it up, that this was most likely the first time this car has seen rain. You know, that's a common thing for Corvettes. He's kind of a little bit worried on the drive home, you know, driving super far on the interstate with basically a brand new car. You always worry about getting your windshield chipped or a semi trying to run you off the road, but none of that happened. Since then, though, I fell in love with this thing. The newness kind of wore off, and I was like, this really is truly a fun car to drive. If you have $20,000 to $30,000 and you're flexible on miles with that price range too, you can get a almost brand new one for close to $30,000. You can get a really nice, well-kept used one with a little higher miles for low 20s. And I've even seen some higher mile examples that might have some upgrades you're thinking about doing for high teens. See, this car has been super reliable, also because it's 100% stock. It had 21,800 miles on it when I bought it, so it literally was like a brand new car. Some of my favorite things about it is, of course, it's a V8. You know, I love my V8 power. Who doesn't? But the thing that I was absolutely shocked about, you hear how these things ride awful. You hear how they're really twitchy. All of these different, in my opinion now, false notions with these cars. One thing that I have noticed about this, the turn-in is incredible. The stability and speed is incredible. Getting onto the interstate back there, I mean, you saw it's totally flat. We have some pretty rough roads around here in Illinois, and I mean, it's a sports car. It's going to kind of be bumpy and rough, but I mean, honestly, guys, I've come from the world of slammed Hondas on crappy coilovers and German cars with little 35 profile or 30 profile tires on them. Honestly, this thing rides rather nice. It does have a little bit of bump steer if it's, say, you're really loaded up in a corner and you're off the power with the factory leaf spring rear end. You know, it can have right now, we are doing the speed limit in this corner, and it's absolutely incredible. Oh, there's a truck. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, I will have to say, you know, it is plenty of power to get you in trouble, for real, though. But it's already not fast enough anymore. So yeah, we're just gonna go to the car wash. We're gonna hand wash it a little bit. It's been dusty and dirty sitting in the garage. So you guys know, this is actually how I wash the car. I don't just run the freaking brush up against it, except for on the glass. I'll rub a little bit, you know. But I literally just let the foam drip all over it, and I come back through with a super soft microfiber. Now, some of you guys might say this is a little ghetto, but I mean, this is how I get it done for dirt cheap. Use the stuff that you have, you know. Yeah. A lot of people would say, oh, get a foam can, get a foam can, do this, that, and the other. I ain't got time for that. Just wash the car. Things don't have to be so perfect, you know. Everybody's so worried about everything being so perfect, but it's a car, you're gonna drive it, it's like shoes. The thing that'll never get old with this car is honestly this freaking trunk. You can pop it, and it's not gonna go up, and everybody says, oh, it's the struts and everything. So I'm gonna hit the button there, and as you see, you gotta close the door, and that little airlock will pop it right up, and then you go open your trunk, and all the water just ends up falling in. C06 problems. As you can see, things got a little wild here. Friggin' drenched. A lot of people ask me, why do you not dry your car? Okay, well, the simple fact of the matter is, this car wash has basically a spot-free rinse, so it makes it really easy. You just spray it, and all the water droplets beat up pretty darn good. I mean, it's not as good as like ceramic coat or Rain-X, but I'm about to ceramic coat this car, and I just took a little, you know, 5 minutes time to freaking clean this thing up, and it looks a lot better. You gotta really get in there and clean those calipers, though. They get such an amount of brake dust. I mean, these are factory pads, and they're not drilled and slotted rotors, so it kicks up so much brake dust for some reason. I guess that just means I'm driving it right? You know, everybody talks about this interior being so bad, but to be 100% honest, it's really not that bad. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of creaks and cracks. The seats aren't perfect, but I mean, it's 90s, early 2000s GM. Every single freaking product from them was like this, and honestly, it didn't get much better very quickly after that. I mean, just now into the late teens and early 2020s, you know, the interiors have gotten a lot nicer, but that's every freaking brand. I mean, Hyundai interiors are nicer than any freaking Mercedes or BMW has been for years. So, I mean, my 2005 C55, if any of you guys that are watching have followed the channel, you've seen the C55, and I mean, it was nothing special whatsoever. I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. I mean, come on, you're buying a car that's basically brand new for under 30 grand, and you're complaining about the interior. I mean, go get an early generation freaking 0304 Cobra for $25,000 to $40,000, depending on the mileage, and that interior is junk as well. For those of you guys who don't know, Edwardsville, the town where we operate our business and close to where I live, is right on Route 66. It kind of cuts through our whole entire area here, and the Illinois Tourism Bureau has been putting up these awesome freaking signs all along the route, which some people don't like, but I think it's pretty cool. It gives us a nice little opportunity to take pictures. This is actually one of the original filling stations that they just redid here on original Route 66, along with these original pumps that they found. Pretty neat, right? I will have to say another nice thing with this car is generation of car, I cannot complain with the sound system whatsoever in this. You know, one other thing that I did want to talk about, that just showed me right there, I always forget about it. Freaking skip shift. I know there's a way to disable it, and I do have to figure that out because it drives me freaking insane. I've gotten used to it now, but every once in a while I still forget about it, and I get locked out a second. If you guys don't know what skip shift is, GM's had this for a long time, as well as a few other companies, but mainly GM. Skip shift, if you are too far up in the RPMs, or if you are not far enough, it will lock you out of second and make you go to third. It's just that perfect little range. They really just wanted you to shift to third for no freaking reason there. It's a pain in the butt driving around town here. And yeah, some could say, oh, well, drive slower and shift at a lower RPM. I do. You know, wind it out a little bit more. I do. But I want to choose where I get to shift into second because it's a manual. Well, I think I've talked enough. If you guys are still hanging around, I really appreciate you watching the whole video. Because basically we're just BSing about the Corvette here and what I like, what I don't like. Let me know what I should do. What have you guys done if you have owned a C5 Z06 that's really like upped it on creature comfort, made it more enjoyable to you? Of course, exhaust is definitely in the realm of thought here, but it is so clean that I don't even know if I want to do anything to make it not stock. But then again, that's that quandary. Do I be an old man in my freaking New Balances and Corvette sweater and not change anything and just enjoy it? Or do I start doing things to it? But yeah, comment below what you think I should do. For now, I really appreciate you guys. Tune in for another episode of A Life with Cars. We'll freaking see you later.